Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the home of That's Just Prime, the comprehensive Optimus Prime review series. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out of me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine videos, unboxings, blogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I usually upload 2 videos a week, sometimes more. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see. Hey guys, Bert the Stormtrooper here, and I recently did a restoration project on an old Kenner Ecto, and if you've seen the video review that I posted recently of my Ecto-1A, this one in front of you, this is the one that I restored. In fact, this is the same Ecto-1 that I reviewed a few years ago, and if you go back and look at that video, and you'll be able to see how yellow it really was. And then I've showed this car off in some other videos of other Ecto vehicles that I've done. When I did the Extreme Ghostbuster one and when I did the Playmobile one, I always use my Kenner Ecto as a comparison. And if you go back and watch that review or any of the comparisons that I've done, you can always see how yellow this vehicle was. Well, recently I received another Ecto one that was complete, and it was really nice and white and in very nice shape. So I decided, okay, I'm going to leave this one, not this one, but the one that I received. I decided to leave that one be the Ecto 1, take my yellowed Ecto 1, take it apart, restore it, do a retro ride on it, and turn it into the Ecto 1A, and that's the one we're looking at right now. Again, this is the same one that I reviewed very recently. I posted some pictures online. I did some before and after pictures, but that's about it. Really, my before pictures were more of screenshots from old videos. My table at the time, this review table that I use here, was covered with other stuff because I've been busy and I haven't been shooting videos, so I wasn't really set up to take any pictures or videos or anything like that, so I didn't take any good before pictures, and I didn't document the process or anything like that. I just kind of, like I said, took old screenshots from some of the old videos and just use those as comparison to how white it came out, how nice it came out. So what I'm gonna do now is I've got some other Ectos from a friend of mine that are in bad need of restoring. So I'm actually going to document the process because I got so many questions of what I did and how I did it and how I did the process. I'm actually going to document the process for you guys this time. And so we're going to take some of these old Ectos and we're going to move mine out of the way and bring this one in here, and you can see just for comparison, I suppose you can see the difference there. There is some dirt that needs to be washed off, but you can see there's definitely some yellowing happening there. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and restore some of these using the power of the sun and also this Salon Care volume 40 clear. And this is an idea that I got from the 8-bit guy watching his videos on restoring old computers. This is the same method that I used for restoring my Commodore 64. It worked really well, so I did it on the Ecto. That also worked really well. So we're going to be using the power of the sun and this Salon Care 40 here. I picked these up at Sally's. These are 32-ounce bottles. They're like $4 or $5, I think. Usually they're like buy one, get one half off, something like that. So I get them in pairs whenever I do. So we'll be using that. I'm going to show you how to use that. But real quick, let's go ahead and show off some of the other... we got a couple of these, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be kind of picking and choosing, taking the better base and the better body and the better windows and all of that to create kind of like one super Ecto. And then I think my friend's going to be parting out the rest of the parts, or not parting out, but what I mean is he's going to be sourcing some of the other parts for the fans, the doors, and stuff like that, and complete one of the other Ectos later. And then this one he just got in today. And this one is kind of like the piece of resistance right here. This one is super yellow. This is about as yellow as mine was before, at least in the back. The front of mine wasn't all that yellowed. It was okay white, not great. But the back of mine looked like this. And again, just to kind of give you a before and after. You know, and I've got white lights shining down on this, so the camera, as I'm looking into the camera, you actually don't see how yellow this is. At least on camera, it doesn't look as yellow as it looks in person. It looks really, really bad. And so again, before and after there, so you can see the differences there. I also picked this up. This is a new front for my firehouse, and if you've seen my firehouse review, my firehouse looks pretty good. It's complete and all of that. But what you did not see in the video, because I was very careful in how I open and close the doors, actually the front of my firehouse is broken from here down. It's actually missing this piece right here. So the doors, if you were to try to just kind of throw the car out, or you know, kind of like slam the doors open and put the cars through, or whatever the case may be, this door that would go on this side tends to fall off on mine. Again, I was very careful when I shot my review so that that wouldn't happen on camera, but it's something that's been bugging me ever since I got my firehouse. So I found this facade for it. It's in really good shape, other than you can see how yellow it is. So we're also going to be taking care of this one and showing the differences. So there's a good before shot for you. And again, why don't we once more, let's just bring in the Ecto, and you can see the contrast there. And this is gray, not white, so I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make. I mean, the yellow is going to go away. I know that because I've done it with computers. But as far as comparison, I don't know that this is the best comparison, but it's really kind of all I got. But you can see a very defined arch there. So that's going to be a good indicator right there of what's going to go away. I also went ahead and picked up an extra set of rails for my firehouse. I really only needed this piece right here, the small one. This is the one that typically and most commonly gets lost, but I could only find it with the entire set. And as you can see, they're all pretty yellow. In fact, actually, when you compare them, the small piece, the one that I actually need, is kind of the whitest. All of the other ones are pretty yellowed out. So you can see they almost match my off-white creamy little background here. So I'm going to go ahead and do these two while we're at it. Okay, so enough talk. Let's get to work. And the first thing we need to do is take these guys apart, give them a good cleaning, remove some of the old sticker residue, wash them off real good. And then I'll get the vat ready and the mix ready, and we're going to start retrobriting all of this stuff. And here we have a shot of the Ectos all taken apart. I haven't washed them yet. I just got done taking them apart, but you can really see how bad some of these parts are, especially on the super yellow one that we were taking a look at. You can see that the glass part is also super yellow. And this was the same case for mine as well. And I also did the retrobrite on this clear piece, and it worked, and it cleaned it up really, really nicely. So I'll be retrobriting this one as well. The other two have a little bit of yellow. So I'm actually going to be retrobriting all three of the glass windshields as well. Now here's a part that I didn't have to do on my previous one. If you can see the dash here, I think this car may have been left out in the sun because of how much yellow it does have. Even the inside of the interior here has yellow on it. The dashboard is also very yellow. So I'm going to try to retrobrite this as well. I don't know if it's going to have any effect on the color, on the blue or on the black. Like I don't know. I haven't done it. I know that it didn't have any effect on my glass when I did that one, and that's a blue shade there. So I'm hoping, you know, that'll take care of this as well without discoloring it. And if it does, we do have these two dashboards here are actually looking pretty good. They're just a little dirty, looking pretty good though. So we can always use those. Again, we're going to be building one really good car out of all of this. We got plenty of parts for it. And the stickers are also coming. And I believe my friend is going to want to make an Ecto-1A with the first one because that's his favorite one. So, yeah, so we'll go ahead and get these cleaned up and get started with the retrobrite. Okay, so this is a clear vat that I got from the department store. And originally I got this vat to do my Commodore 64 when I restored it, and it just turned out to be a good size for all the other projects that I've been doing so far. So it's worked out really good. You'll notice that it's clear on all the sides. The top is also clear, and that's important because we want the sun hitting this thing. So at this point, I've just got some of the parts in there. Not all the parts, not everything fit in there. Throughout the week, I'm going to be rotating parts in and out. I'll take them out every night, rinse them. The next day, I'll put something different in, or maybe I'll put the same part in. I'll just rotate them until everything has been whitened out to, you know, my satisfaction. So at this point, I got some of the parts in, and it's just got the wall for the firehouse, the three bodies, and some of the doors and dashes are floating around in there. And we're just going to fill it up with water about halfway. So once I get about halfway with water, I'm going to stop and I'm going to pour in my solution. This is the Salon Care 40 that I got from the beauty supply store. And I'm just going to pour the entire thing in. Now I'm trying to not get any of this directly on any of the plastic. I don't know if that'll have any kind of a negative effect or not, but I'm just being careful to pour it directly into the water. And then I'm just going to go ahead and continue filling the rest of the tub up so that the solution gets a good opportunity to mix in. And you can really see how badly yellowed the car furthest away from us is. Also, this dashboard is really, really yellow. You can see how bad that was. Okay, so that's it. The tub is full. The solution is mixed. So now we're going to cover this up and we're going to leave it out here for the next week. And again, just rotating parts throughout the week. Okay, so it's been a week now since I started bathing and dipping all the parts outside. It's been a little slower than normal. We had a cold front come through, so we haven't had a direct sunlight all day, every day like we typically have down here. So the weather has slowed things down. It's not been as hot as it normally is either. And while daylight does provide UV rays for the process to work, direct sunlight is really the best way to go. And also you want the solution to warm up some. It hasn't been warming up as much as possible. So it's been a little slower. The weather hasn't been as cooperative as usual, but we still got a lot done. Now, all the parts did not sit out there all week. They got swapped around. You saw the size of my bin. Everything would not have fit in there all at once. But every day when I come home, once the sun goes down, I take all the parts out of the bin. I bring them inside and rinse them in water. I let them dry overnight. And then on the next day, I would either dip them again or choose another part. So all of the bodies got dipped. All of the chassis got dipped. No, that's not true. The chassis for the yellow car got dipped. All of the windows got dipped. All of the doors and the dashboard. So everything got dipped. So what we're looking at here is my car. This is the one that I restored previously. We used it as a barometer and as a comparison. So I have it out in front now so that we had something to show before I started showing all the parts off. But let's start out with let's back it up and let's start out with the rails. And you can see again, compared to my background, where before on my background, they almost kind of matched my background. And now you can see a very distinct difference between the rails and my background. So I'm very happy with how these came out. And again, you can see the difference between the rails and the background, and you can see how white they really are now. So I'm really, really happy with the way that these came out. And next, this part I'm really excited about. So I took my car out of the way because obviously it wasn't all going to fit in the shot. But I'm really excited and really happy with how this came out. And this is the wall, the front wall to my firehouse. If you remember how yellowed this piece was, and if you remember the arch here, how pronounced that arch was, and there was a very, very solid difference between the part that was under the door versus the part that was outside of the door. And this area right here was really kind of the barometer for the rest of the wall to see how much it cleared up and how much of that yellow went away. You can see it all went away. It's all the same color now, and I'm super, super happy with that. And now getting down to the cars, and we're going to show them one at a time. So again, we've got my recently restored Ecto-1A in the background, and then one of the three cars that we looked at, one of the before cars. And this is the one that was the most yellow. If you remember, out of the three cars, one of them looked like it had been outside. The chassis, the windows, the car itself, the dashboard. Everything about this car was yellow. And you can see now the huge difference that this has taken. And this is why I love this process so much, because you can restore these cars back to their original white without the use of spray paint. Now I left this on purpose, this part scratched up here on purpose, because I wanted to show this next part here. So this is a Molotov liquid chrome pen. I use this for a lot of restoration projects. I use it for Gundam building, model building, that kind of stuff. So this is kind of a part that I wanted to show off on camera. So right here where this chrome is rubbed off, you can just use these pens and bring it right back to life, as you can see. And if I remember on this one, you can see the back wheel here, how this one is all just completely on the center, lost its chrome. And you can just kind of go around and re-chrome it, so you can bring it back to life. So yeah, this is a very big win for this car. Again, this car was completely yellowed out. So this car, everything was dipped in it. The body, the windows, the dashboard, one of the two dashboards that I dipped. And I took the seat off, and I also dipped the whole underframe because, which is something I've never done before. The whole chassis of this car was completely yellowed out, so it's back to its normal gray now. The wheels are a little white. Looks like whoever had it played with it outside in the concrete maybe. But yeah, very, very good restoration. So I don't know what my friend's gonna do with this one. So, but there it is. And this one, no parts were taken from this one for the big Super Ecto that he wanted to build. So now, out of the other two cars, he picked and chose the best parts. So he picked out the best body, the best window, the best dashboard, seat, chassis, all of that, and just kind of picked everything together to put one car together out of all the best parts, and that's the one that I'm going to show last. So this was the second car, the one that it had the back wheel, or rather the back door, but it was missing the front doors. This one does have the claw in it and everything. So you can see, again, very, very nice white car. You can see the comparison and the contrast between my background and my car to this one, excuse me, as opposed to the way it looked before we started with the process. So very, very nice. And then finally, we're going to bring in the completed Ecto-1A that my friend built. And here it is. And he did come over and take pictures of mine, because he said he liked the sticker placement on my car so much that he just wanted to follow that process. So he took pictures of my car, and then, you know, once his first supercar got built, that he put all the stickers on. So you can see they're pretty much identical, and then he went and got the 3D printed custom top for it as well, which looks really nice. I really like the way this looks. I like this work a lot. But yeah, you can see again, just for comparison there, they're virtually identical now, you know. So they look really nice. The car came out really, really nice. He is so happy with it. He's been posting pictures of it on his Facebook page all week. So there you go. Yeah, really, really nice. So what I wanted to do is, again, because when I restored my car, I had a lot of questions and people wanted to kind of see the process. So I went ahead and documented the process. Now that I had an opportunity to do a couple more of these, he's going to do something. I know with this one, he is getting the doors for this one, and then the GB1 sticker set for it. So he's going to have an Ecto-1 and an Ecto-1A. And then I really don't know what he's going to do with the other one. This one that's missing all the doors, missing the claw. This is the one that was super yellow. I mean, it's a good base now to do something with it, but I don't know what he's going to do with that. But I'll leave that up to him. But yes, I had so many questions on the restoration process that when he told me he was getting these yellowed cars to restore, I asked him, hey, let me have them. Let me dip them. Let me document the process for you, because I had a lot of people ask me questions about that. And so there it is. Yeah, I just wanted to show off that I see so many videos where people restore Ecto-1s, and one of the first things they do is they primer and paint them. And nothing against that, but I personally don't like that. I prefer to try and keep it as original as possible. And so, you know, by doing this process of the retrowriting, you can retrowrite them right back to original white and have yourself a really, really nice car. And again, it's proof. You know, you guys remember how badly yellowed this car was. I showed both of these cars together. All three of these cars were shown together in the before part of the video, so you can see the difference. They're all nearly identical now. So yeah, it can be done without paint, so that you can have yourself a really nice Ecto. You know, you can go from, you know, before to after without having to paint the cars, and just given it a really nice natural process. So there it is, guys. Thanks again for watching. For everybody that's been asking questions, I hope this answered all of those. As always, leave me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. Hit that donate button if you do. I'd really appreciate it. Share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.